All right, so let's go over the first four questions. The first one is a little tricky in that they all appear to be similar, but again, you can always plug in to the explicit formula and see if you're going to get those terms. So looking at the series here, you should be able to see that the numerator is multiplying by x repeatedly, and then the denominator is adding 2 repeatedly. So we have an arithmetic pattern in the denominator. So right away you can take away the first one because you see how that's an exponent. That's out, and also you have this x squared, which doesn't work. So therefore this one would be out there as well. Looking at our next one, that could work. Again, if I plug 1 in, let's see what happens. -1 to the 1 is -1. So the issue with that one is, well, I have to start with the positive, so this one's out. The next one's interesting because if I plug in 0, again, that's saying the 0 term, right? If I plug 0 in, I get x squared over, what is that, 1 plus 1 times 2, or in other words, x squared over 2. That's great, but this is my first term. So that's the issue with that one. It does give me the value, but again, that's my first term. Again, the way we write series and sequences is that is your first term. We don't have a 0 term. So that one's technically out, even though you'd get a lot of the same terms. And therefore, we're down to these last two. Again, I can check. I can plug in 1. If I plug 1 into this one, you have -x over, what is that, 2, 3. You can see that that one doesn't work. That one's out. And finally, you'll see that this one will work if you plug 1 in. So therefore, that will be your answer. And that is number 1. We're going to move this way. All right, let's move it. Look at the second one. So just like how I was plugging into the explicit equation, that's what I'm going to do here. So what's the first few terms? So the first term I'll plug in to the explicit formula. So everywhere you see j, I'm plugging in. So this would be x squared as the first on the numerator. Plug 1 in, that's 2 plus 1, which is 3. That's my first term. Plus, plus plug in 2, x to the 4th over 5. And then the next one, x to the 6. And 2 times 3 is 6 plus 7. And you'll see that it should match with this one here. So that one's a pretty straightforward. So again, when you see these summations, remember the inside piece is the explicit equation. That's going to be important for you to remember as you go into calculus. All right, moving on to number 3. Given the information, they've told me it's geometric sequence. The first term is equal to 3, so I'm just writing that down. The first term is 3. The 15th term is 48. They want to know what is the value of the second term. Well, I don't know what I'm multiplying by, so that's what I have to figure out. Well, I will set up my general form or my explicit equation for geometric. So the first term is 3. I don't know what I'm multiplying by, but since we started the first term, it'll be n minus 1. So now I'm going to use this because I know if I were to plug it in, I should get 48. So that means the output is 48. My n value is 15 because it's the 15th number. So now this is just 48 equal to 3 times r to the 4. All right, let me make sure I plug that in correctly. That's not 15, that's 5. Whoops. It says fifth term. Excuse me, that would be ridiculous. But we can still answer it the same way. It just wouldn't be as a nice number. Excuse me. So anyway, going along with this would be 48 equal to 3 times r to the 4th divided by 3. So now I have to solve for what number times itself 4 times gives you 16. Well, r is equal to 2. Now that I know what I'm multiplying by, it's pretty easy to find the second term. You can plug it back into this formula or just recognize that's just 3 times 2. Since 3 is your first term, 6 is going to be your answer. Moving on to the fourth. This one is an arithmetic sequence. They told me that the second term is equal to 1. They've told me that the 16th term is equal to 57. What is the value of the 10th term? So very similar to the last one, but this one's arithmetic. So I know that my explicit formula is going to resemble something like this. Again, this is with the first term. One of the things we try to emphasize is I can start anywhere. So I'm going to start at the second term. Okay, so let me put the second term in there. So this would be n minus 2. I still don't know what I'm adding by, but I know it's going to be starting with the first term right there. And now all I need to do is plug in this, just like what I did in the last one. So 57 is the output. I'm trying to solve for D. 16 is my n, so 16 goes in for n. And then all I'm doing is just solving for D. This would be what, 14D plus 1 minus 1 minus 1. 56 is equal to 14 times d. Divide by 14, d in this case equals 4. So now I know my common difference. I can now just use my equation, replace 4 with this d, and then plug in 10. So my 10th term is 4 times 8 plus 1. That's 32 plus 1, which is 33. There you go. That's it for the first 4 problems.